Hare, Vai, 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 Hare,
Vai,
Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare,
vai,
Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Hare, Vai, Guru, 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 Vai, Guru। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਇੱਕ ਘੜੀ ਨਾ ਮਿਲਤੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਲਯੁਗ ਹੋਤਾ, ਹੁਣ ਕਦ ਮਿਲੀਏ ਪ੍ਰਿਯ ਤੁਧ ਭਗਵੰਤਾ। ਮੋਹਿ ਰੈਣ ਨਾ ਵਿਹਾਵੈ, ਨੀਂਦ ਨਾ ਆਵੈ, ਬਿਨ ਦੇਖੇ ਗੁਰ ਦਰਬਾਰੇ ਜੀਓ। ਇੱਕ ਘੜੀ ਨਾ ਮਿਲਤੇ, I cannot live without you even for a single moment. It seems like as if I am living in darkness without meeting you. That is the barag, that is the love Maharaj is projecting about a mind which has fallen in love with the husband Lord. That even for a single moment, that mind cannot live without meeting Vaheguru, without the husband. Because this is a game of love. Mind's love with the husband Lord. Hun kad miliye priye tud Bhagwanta. When can I meet you? My priye, Bhagwanta, my Bhagwan, my Vaheguru. Now when can I meet you? My beloved Lord, when can I meet you? Mohe rain na vihave, neend na ave, bin dekhe gur darbare jiyo. I cannot endure the night. Sleep will not come to me without seeing your darbar, your court, your house. So that is the kind of love which we want to have. Same thing here, Asa Mahalla Panjwa on Ang 375. Ik tuke chopde. There will be 4 paragraphs with one line here, meaning one tuk, which will be one tuk, second tuk, third tuk, four tuks and chopde. 4 ਪਦ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਹੈ ਨਾ। ਇੱਕ ਘੜੀ ਬਿਨਸ ਮੋਕੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਦਿਹਾਰੇ। Even one single moment is as good as one full day for me. Because why? Because I want to meet you right away. That barag, that love for Vaheguru. Kadi, ik kadi dinas moko bahut dihare. If one moment has passed, if one day has passed, it seems like many days have passed that I have not met you. Because Guru Pyareo, what happens is when we do Simran and then when we start going Antargat means inside, when my mind is chanting, mind is listening, then mind also stop chanting at that time. It's total silence, total purity, total love. But it doesn't mean that Vaheguru Ji is going to show himself. हाँ, मन शांत हो गया, एकदम शांत, मन भी नहीं जप रहे होन, लेकिन जरूरी नहीं कि अजय भी दर्शन हो जाए. It's not for sure that we are going to get his darshan. Why? Because it's up to him. ਉਹਦੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਹੈ. And sometimes even in that state will not even hear the sound, as in his sound, his voice. Sometimes if we will do a kirpa, then we will hear his sound. Then if there is more kirpa, more grace, more blessing, then we might see him, his light, divine light. But here Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, the fifth Nanak, he is saying, Ik kadi dinas moku bahut dihade. When I don't meet you for a moment, and if it has passed once in one day, it seems to me that many days have passed. बड़े दिन लंघ गए, मैं तैनूं मिलिया ही नहीं. मन ना रहा है, कैसे मिलो प्यारे, कितना मेरा मन रहेगा. How can my mind live without you? Tell me the way, कैसे मिलो प्यारे. Tell me the way, how can I meet you? मनु कोई तरीका दसो. Sant Jan, O saints, find a way that I want to meet him. मेरे दिन ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨਿਕਲਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਏ ਹੁਣ. My days are not going, I'm unable to pass my days. Tell me how can I meet, O saints. सच्ची संगत जी, मनु दसो. O saints, tell me, how can I meet him? ਇੱਕ ਪਲ ਦਿਨਸ ਮੋਕੋ ਕਬੋ ਨਾ ਬਿਹਾਵੇ, दर्शन की मन आस कनेरी, कोई ऐसा संत मोको फिरै मिलावे. एक पल दिनस. Now again the same thing, very similar. एक दिन भी नहीं, not even for one instance. I cannot live without him. कबो ना बिहावे. I cannot pass a single moment, a single second. The whole day is very difficult. दर्शन की मन आस कनेरी. The only desire I have is to see his darshan, his blessed vision. मैं ਉਹਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਨੀ ਹੈ. ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਆਸ ਨਹੀਂ. I have no other desire, only one desire. That's why Guru Pyareo, when we say we have to kill our thoughts, yes, we have to kill our thoughts, but one thought should always be there. That thought is, that desire is to meet Vaheguru. दर्शन की मन आस कनेरी, कोई ऐसा संत मोको फिरै मिलावे. There is a sign here. There's a lot of symbolism in Gurbani. We have to decrypt that. We have to decode that. Now Maharaj said, koi aisa sant. Now if we don't have that knowledge which Vaheguruji is giving us, if we are unable to decode it, we will miss the message here. Koi aisa sant. Now if we'll read it, sant has an onkar. Now as per the Gurbani principles, that means one sant, one saint. Only one. Ikkoi. Duja koi nahi. It's a singular. It is a noun. कोई ऐसा संत मोको फिरै मिलावे. This is what we have to decode. Who can be that one sant? That one Sant is Satguruji himself. That light Vaiguruji is himself. He himself has started this game. He himself has made us separated from himself. Now we are doing ardas in Benti to meet him. And to meet him, we have to meet a Sant first, a Satguru first. It's a chicken and egg problem, right? ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਿਲਾਂਗੇ? ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸੰਤ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ. Now that Sant is Hazir Nazir, is always present in the Sangat. In the Sangat, in Sachi Sangat, in the true congregation, Sachi Sangat, Sangat of saints, he's always present. What is the nishani of Sachi Sangat? What is the sign that we are in Sachi Sangat? When we are only talking about one. ਜਦੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. ਸਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਕੈਸੇ ਜਾਣੀਏ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਏਕੋ ਨਾਮ ਵਖਾਣੀਏ. How can we recognize what is the Sangat, true Sangat? There we are only talking about, we are only praising one Vaiguru through his Naam, through his Shabad. Aisa Sant Moko Pire. Pire is the husband, Milave. He himself is a Sant, he himself is a Guru, he himself is everything. Gur Parameshwar Eko Jan. There's no difference. Only the Milna. And he is there and present in the Sangat. Wherever the Sangat of the saints is there, he himself is present. Darshan ki man aas kaneri. So great. As in, I have so much ecstasy, so much passion to meet Vaiguru. I cannot even live without meeting him, without seeing him, even for a second. But now I understand that I can only meet him if I will meet a Sant first. Sachi Sangat first. Sant jana mil harjas gayo kot janam ke dukh guayo. And when I will come in the Sachi Sangat, what I need to do, Gurbani Guru is telling me that I have to sing the praises. Only one thing. Sant jana mil harjas gayo. Jas means songs, praises of Hari, of Vaiguru. Vah, Guru, Vah, Guru. And slowly, when with Vaiguruji's Kirpa we will do that, we will meet him, we'll see him. Have a prosa, have a faith. Sant Moko Pere Milave. Rahao is a central idea, meaning we have to pause it and we have to self-introspect. Andar chati marni. We have to introspect. Where are we? Do we have that love? If not, we have to increase our Simran. More Simran, more love. More Gurbani's Gyan, more love. Char Pehar. Cho Jugay Samane. Char Pehar. One Pehar is equal to 3 hours. ਇੱਕ ਪੈਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਉਹ 3 ਘੰਟਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਬਰਾਬਰ. Now in the one day there are 8 Pehar. 8 Pehar. 8 Pehar means 24 hours. But here that mind is in ecstasy, in Birag. The mind is saying, Man Biragi Mangan ki keh reha hai? Man keh reha kehda tere 4 Pehar main na ਜਦੋਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਾਂ. If I don't meet you for 4 Pehars, it seems like it is equal to the 4 Yugs. Sat Yug, Treta Yug, Dwapar, Kal Yug. 4 Yug. In the older Granths it is written that one Yug, especially the Sat Yug, was of thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So many ages have passed. I feel like so many ages have passed. I have not met you even if I don't see you for 1 Pehar. The 4 Pehar te 4 Yug ho gaye, 4 ages. Rain pai ab ant na jane. It's night. And this night is not going away. Day is not coming. In Gurbani, in actually all the different spiritual messages, the darkness is ignorance. Night is the sign of ignorance. Light, the daylight, is a sign of knowledge, sign of divine light, sign of darshan of Vaheguru. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁਣ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਏਦਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਰਾਤ ਹੀ ਪਈ ਹੈ, ਰਹਿਣ ਪਈ ਤਬ ਅੰਤ ਨਾ ਜਾਣੇ, morning is not gonna come, I feel like. ਪੰਜ ਦੂਤ ਮਿਲ ਪਿਰੋ ਵਿਛੋੜੀ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ I am separated from Vaheguru because of these 5 thieves. ਪੰਜ ਦੂਤ ਮਿਲ ਪਿਰੋ ਵਿਛੋੜੀ, ਇਹ ਪੰਜਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਵਿਛੜੀ ਹਾਂ. What are these 5? Lust, greed, anger, attachment, ego. And they keep on changing their forms. ਇਸ ਦੇ ਹੀ ਅੰਦਰ ਪੰਜ ਚੋਰ ਵਸੈ, ਕਾਮ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਲੋਭ ਮੋਹ ਹੰਕਾਰਾ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਲੁੱਟੇ ਮਨਮੁਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੂਝੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਸੁਨੇ ਪੁਕਾਰਾ. We are very lucky, Guru Pyareo, that we understand that we have these 5 thieves inside us. But most of the beings, they don't even understand that there are subtle bodies inside you, inside all of us. And they stop us for meeting Vaheguru. Panch doot mil piron vichhodi. I'm separated with my pir, my husband Lord, my Vaheguru, my Hari, my Allah, my Ram. Why I'm separated? Because my mind is busy in the indulgence of these 5 thieves. Guru Pyare, pull jao, forget it. If we have these 5 thieves very heavy inside us, we cannot meet him. Then again and again, Guru Sahib gives us this message. ਤੇ ਪੰਜ ਦੂਤ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪੰਜ ਦੂਤ ਚਿਤਵੇ ਵਿਕਾਰਾ, ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਕਾ ਇਹ ਪਸਾਰਾ. These 5 thieves are the reason for all the vices which we have in our mind. And we have to make sure. Maharaj is saying, be cautious. Jaag la, wake up. Because in this Maya, in this physical world, we only deal with these 5 thieves. When we will wake up, then if somebody will be angry with us, it will not matter to us. Because we know. Because the 5 thieves which we have inside us, it is there in the other person also. Who is fighting? When somebody argues, when the two people are arguing, that anger is arguing with anger. The two people are not fighting or arguing with each other. ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੌਣ ਲੜ ਰਿਹਾ? ਉਹ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਰਿਹਾ, ਹੰਕਾਰ ਨਾਲ ਲੜ ਰਿਹਾ. ਪੰਜ ਦੂਤ ਮਿਲ ਪਿਰੋ ਵਿਛੋੜੀ. And if our ਧਿਆਨ, if our focus is in 5 thieves, how we will put our focus in Vaheguru? These are distractions. And we will understand that these are distractions. This anger is a distraction. This greed is a distraction. Lust is a distraction. Attachment is a distraction. Attachment with our family is a distraction. Why? Because we sometimes do all the bad things because we think we are going to help our family, but we are not doing it. We have to do our duties. It's a responsibility of a father and a mother to take care of their kids, but we don't have to be attached. And moh de vich nahi fas jana. Moh nu jaal kiya hua hai. It's like a net. It's like a fish net. एक कुटुंब तुझे देखदा, चले नाही तेरे नाले साथ तेरे, चले नाही तिस नाल क्यों चितलाइए. The family you see, this is a problem. They are not going to go with you. We have to remember that. साथ तेरे चले नाही तिस नाल क्यों चितलाइए. Why we are so much emotionally attached with our parents, with our wife, with our family. We have to do our duties. Remember, there's a difference. Love is different than attachment. Love is there because Maharaj has given us the seva. सारे जो हर जियो बसदा, कट कट में हर जियो बसे. That Vaheguru is in everybody. That's why we have to do the seva. We have been given that seva. That's it. But we don't have to get emotionally attached. Panch doot mil pireo vichhodi. That's why we are separated, because we are so much in attachment with our family members. Pram rove haath vichhodi. Guru Pyareo, many incidents are there that when we die, as in when we leave our physical body, ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਦਾ ਤਿਆਗਦੇ ਆ, ਇਹ ਮੋਹ ਦੇ ਬੰਧਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਖਤਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ. ਲੈਟਸ ਸੇ then Maharaj, what happens is, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੱਥ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਦੂਤ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈ, these same doots, these same 5 thieves, they become jamdoot when they come outside. ਉਹ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਬਾਹਾਂ ਮਰੋੜਦੇ, they twist our arms. When they take us on the other side, they twist our arms. Now people will say, oh, the physical body is not there, how can they twist the arms? It's a sukham body, it's a subtle body. So subtle body, and these creatures are also subtle. In a subtle way, we will experience the pain in the same way, or even lot more higher way, in the sukham world also, in the subtle world also. Pram pram rove हाथ छोड़ी, जन नानक को हर दर्श दिखाया. But when with kripa, with the grace of Vaheguru, when our karams, kripa happens, hukam happens of Vaheguru, Gur Prasad happens, then Maharaj will show himself. But we need to have that desire, we need to have that love to meet Vaheguru. If the love is not, and where is he? He is inside us. अपने आप ਨੂੰ ਪਛਾਨਣਾ ਹੈ. We will see him, if we recognize ourselves. आत्म चीन परम सुख पाया. चीन means recognize yourself. अपनी आत्मा ਨੂੰ पहचानना है, मैं है कौन? Because he is the Atma, we are the mind, and when the mind becomes part of the Atma, that is the male. आत्म चीन, when we recognize ourselves. नानक गुरमुख आप पछाणे प्रभ जैसे अविनाशी, हर जन ऐसा चाहिए जैसा हर ही होए. आत्म चीन परम sukh paya. Then the ultimate peace, the eternal peace will happen. Asa mahalla panjwa, har seva mein param nidan. When we start seeing him, then the bhakti starts, then the devotional worship starts, and it's a different. Now we are listening to him. Gurumukh bhagat jit sahaj tunupje. Now I can hear him, now I can see him. Then the bhakti starts, then the seva starts. That's a real seva, the real treasure. Har seva mein param nidan. The greatest treasure ever is when we serve him. How we serve? Before we were serving him by chanting, by remembering him, by chanting him. Now we serve him by listening his voice, seeing his light. सुन सुन के, सुन सुन नाम, पहला सुनीदा, सुन सुन नाम तुम्हारा प्रीतम प्रभ पेखन का चाओ. And when we'll do that, har seva mukh amrit naam. In our mouth, we will experience the sweet taste, that amrit ras, that nectar. Amrit ras sade asi taste karange. Our mind will also experience it, our tongue will experience it. And with Vaheguru Ji's kirpa, when we will read the Gurbani, when we'll come in Sangat, when we'll chant, that amrit ras will come. That amrit is Naunid Amrit Prabh ka naam dehi mein iska vishram. It is inside us. But now, since we are in love with one Vaheguru, we'll start experiencing that. Har mera sathi sang sakhai. Now, who is my real partner? Now I have realized my real partner is Har himself, Vaheguru himself. Har mera sathi sang sakhai. He's always with me. Always me. Mere naal hai. And he is there to help me, to protect me, to support me. I don't need any help and protection from a physical being. Dukh sukh simri teh majood jam bapura moko kahan darai. And before I was scared of these jamdoots, these angels of death. But now, since I see him, he is always present. Gurmere sang sada hai nale. Whether the physical dukh come, pain come, sukh come, happiness come, I always remember him. दुख भी आएगा, सुख भी आएगा, but it will not matter to me. That dukh and sukh will not matter to me because I will remember him all the time. Because he is mawjood. He is always present. Dukh sukh simrit hai mawjood. Because he is always present. Why should I worry? Jam pura moko kahan darai. These jams, these angel of death, they were scaring me before. I used to be afraid of them. I'm no longer afraid of them. Rahao. Pause. Self introspect. Are we in that state? Rahao ਜਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨਾ, it's a central idea. We have to pause and self introspect. Have I reached to that stage? Am I doing the bhakti? If not, what I need to do? Because there are a lot of guns, lot of qualities Maharaj is giving us in this Shabad. Har meri ot, main har ka taan. I don't need any physical help of any being. Vaheguru himself, that Nirankar Vaheguru, that formless Vaheguru is my support. That formless Vaheguru is my taan. Taan as in power. All my energy, all my power is from Vaheguru himself. Har mera sakha man mahe diban. He's my true friend. He's my true friend. And you know, in the old days, during the times of kings and queens in India especially, there was one divan also. And there was an advisor to the court of Vaheguru or the court of that king. Who is my advisor? My Divan is also he himself. Vaheguru is my Divan also. And then a Divanji. He is my Guru. He is everything. I don't seek, I don't need to have anybody else. Har meri punji, mera har visaho. My wealth is also Har, Hari's Naam, Vaheguru. Oh, meri punji hai. My wealth is the Naam wealth, that Shabad. Mera har visaho. I can only trust Vaheguru, nobody else. Gurmukh dhan khatti, har mera shaho. What is the Gurmukhs? The Gurmukhs are those minds which only look for Guru, or whose face is always looking at the Guru. For Gurmukhs, which is the wealth? Not this physical wealth, not these dollars and rupees and the gold and silver. They only try to earn Naam Tan, the wealth of Naam. Gurmukh Tan Khatti, Har Mera Sahu. Because they know only through the wealth of Naam, the wealth of Shabad, I can meet Vaheguru Shahu. O Mera Shah, my husband. Gur Kirpa Te Eh Mat Ave. Now this is Ardas, this is a prayer. At the last two lines, Maharaj is doing the Ardas. And they Gur Kirpa Te, with Guru's Prasad, with the Guru's Kirpa, I should get this wisdom. I don't want any worldly wisdom, only this wisdom, with Guru Prasad, with Guru's Kirpa, with Guru's grace. Gur Kirpa te e mat ave, Jan Nanak har ke ant samave. So that when I will get this wisdom with Vaheguruji's Kirpa, I will merge in himself. My mind will no longer be a mind will merge in one Atam Ram. Because we are Ank of Vaheguru. And once we merge in him, we are no longer there. Har jan aisa chahiye jaisa har hi hoye. Then Vaheguru and the mind is the same. See, apne aap nu pehchanna hai. So the takeaway from today's lecture is that we have to recognize ourselves, who we are. And what is our journey? We are not lust. We are not greed. We are not anger. We are not attachment. We are not ego. Once we will realize that we are not all these things, then what is left? It's only Vaheguru, one Vaheguru, Nirankar, formless Vaheguru, divine light. Ikko hi reh jayega. एको है भाई, एको है साहिब मेरा, एको है। इट्स ओनली वन साहिब। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। हाँ जी गुरु प्यारे, किसी का कोई सवाल? एनी क्वेश्चंस?
Viji, my question is this low mo ankar और की है काम क्रोध लोभ अहंकार. So this काम refers to kamna, any kind of desire, or काम refers to sexual desires?
Mostly sexual desire, because all the kamna starts from there, right? When Maharaj talks about, so it depends. When we are in when we are in tamogun, dark thoughts, when we have greed, anger, attachment, ego, especially ego, then this sexual desire is a lot. Sexual desire doesn't mean always physical sexual desire. It can be mind's sexual desire also, right? Because the game is of the mind. Lot of people have mentioned this, and this is a very good question. Thanks for asking, Penji. Lot of people will experience this thing, that when they were not doing Simran, they didn't care much about that, these things, right? But when they started doing the Simran, suddenly they started getting these thoughts, because lust is the component, is very powerful. It brings in our mind like a crazy. And the worst part of the lust is that sexual desire. But then there can be lust of other things also, just like you mentioned, lust for car, lust for beautiful home, lust for money, lust for all these things, right? But these thoughts will increase when we'll do the Simran, because now we have a fight. And that's why we have to hang on there. We keep on doing it, more increase the Simran, and this lust will go away. Slowly, slowly.
Okay, ji, thank you.
हाँ जी। ਹੋਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਜੀ ਕੋਈ ਸਵਾਲ? Anybody else has a question? ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਸਵਾਲ ਦੱਸੋ ਜੀ।
हाँ जी,
हाँ जी,
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਭੈਣ ਜੀ, ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਗੋ ਹੈਡ
हाँ
ਭੈਣ
जी,
ਜੀ।
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਟਲ ਬੋਡੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਫਟਰ ਡੈਥ ਵੀ ਫੀਲ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਅਗਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਹੱਥ ਮਰੋੜਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ we feel the pain, correct? So I have a question. Can you just elaborate a little bit about subtle body, like if we are alive right now, correct? And I heard people go outside from their body. What do they feel exactly?
So when we have out of body experience, that's mostly not exactly a subtle body, because subtle body has many things. Sukha, Murat, Nam, Niranjan, Kaya ka Akar. Subtle body has mind also. Subtle body has this Shabad also, Atam Ram also. Subtle body has many, many things. When people talk about astral projection or out of body experience, it's mostly their consciousness which is going out. It's mostly the mind which is going out. But when we die, then this whole subtle body leaves the physical body. When this whole subtle body leaves the physical body, Atam Ram goes back to the Atam, as in from where it came. What lives left is these five doots. Five doots will become these Jam doots. They will do everything. Now, one will think that they were actually putting me in a problem at the first place. Lust was telling me to go towards lust, greed was telling me to go towards greed, and then I abided with him or her, right? And then now they are themselves giving me a punishment. So that pain is very real. Again, I have not experienced that pain, or if I have experienced in previous births, I don't know. But that pain is very real, because Gurbani has many, many examples of that. ਹੱਥ ਮਰੋੜਦੇ ਹੈ, ਛਿੱਤਰ ਵੀ ਬਹਿੰਦੇ, right? But now that's what it's not about that we have to get scared. It's not about the scary tactic. It is mostly about where is our mind, whether our mind is in love with this physical world, or whether our mind is in love with Vaheguru. What is the hell? What is the biggest hell? The biggest hell is when our mind is coming back in this world again and again in 84 lakh chun, in 8.4 million species. That's the biggest punishment which we can ever get, right? ठीक है जी गुरु प्यारे,
हाँ जी ठीक है जी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। Any other question गुरु प्यारे? I heard some other voice also.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਅੱਜ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਹਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਮੁਖ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਨਾਮ ਸੋ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿਸੇ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਸੇ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਬਿਗਨਿੰਗ ਚ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਸੰਭਾਲਣਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ, very very good question. क्वेश्चन ਹੈਗਾ ਜੀ ਹਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਮੈਂ ਮੁਖ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਨਾਮ ਹੈ ਨਾ। when we do the seva of ਹਰ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ? First seva of the har is bhakti starts, seva starts when we start listening to the voice of Vaheguru. ਉਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਸੇਵਾ? ਸੁਣ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ, ਮਾਲਕ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ, ਅਨਹਦ ਬਾਣੀ ਅਨਹਦ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ, when we listen to the voice of Vaheguru. And listening ਜਿੰਨਾ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ for example ਆਪਾਂ 1 ਘੰਟਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ, if we have 1 hour, for half an hour we did a loud simran, for another next 15 minutes we did antargat simran, inside simran, and then when our mind is totally shut, totally in peace, no longer any thoughts are there, sahaj avastha is there, peace is there, then we'll hear that sound. फिर सेवा होनी है उन्हें सुन सुन के। when we will listen to it, normally our mouth, even during the simran also, bakri bani also, our mouth will be filled with the water. Initially it is just a plain water, slowly it becomes sweet. The more water it comes, it is an amrit ras, and you will feel great, not just the taste, the mind will go in peace. ਮਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਹਿਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪੀਵੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਲ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਣਾ। and when you will listen to the sahaj tun, then you are not chanting at all, but your mouth will be very sweet, amrit ras will be there. तो ਉਦੋਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ? ਉਹ last 15 minutes ਹੈ, if we have 1 hour, we keep on listening to it, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੁਣੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨੂੰ। sahaj tun, we have to listen to the voice of Vaheguru again and again and again and again. That is how the process goes. Very good question, Benji.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਕੋਕੋਨਟ ਵਾਟਰ ਟਾਈਪ ਵੀ
ਹਾਂਜੀ it starts with the taste of a coconut. ਹੌਲੀ ਮਿੱਠਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਰੀਅਲ ਪਾਣੀ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਟੇਸਟ ਆਉਂਦਾ। ਵੈਰੀ ਰਾਈਟ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਨਾਰੀਅਲ ਪਾਣੀ ਵਾਲਾ, ਫਿਰ ਹੋਰ ਮਿੱਠਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗਾ। it will go till the taste of a gulab jamun. But worldly tastes are nothing, right? I mean, it cannot be described. This is the closest thing which we can refer to. But in general, if you are getting a mitha taste of like नारियल पानी वर्गा टेस्ट, थोड़ा थोड़ा मिठा होना शुरू हो गया, that means the कृपा has started, the गुर प्रसाद has started, मतलब मैल साड़ी खत्म हो रही है। ठीक है जी,
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੀਰ ਜੀ।
हाँ जी, आओ जी गुरु प्यारे, सिमरन करिए जी, सेवा कर लो। वाह गुरु, वाह गुरु, वाह
ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 Guru, 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 Guru। अंतर्गत सिमरन संगत जी, मन ही बोले, मन ही सुने। वाहिगुरु। हम अवगुण परे, एक गुण नाही, अमृत छाड़ बिखे बिख खाई, माया मोह परम पै भूले, सुत दारा स्यों प्रीत लगाई। एक उत्तम पंथ सुनियो गुर संगत, तह मलंत जम त्रास मिटाई। इक अरदास पाठ कीरत की, गुरु रामदास राखो सरनाई। इक अरदास पाठ कीरत की, गुरु रामदास राखो सरनाई। हो चुकदी खिमा जी। वाहिगुरु जी का